Hi everyone, we're having another one of our culture conversations today. I'm Amira Ibrahim Alpha and we're here with Maleek.
Yes.
So how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
How's Lagos treating you at the moment?
It's blessed. It feels good to be back. It feels good to be soaking up the city. We turned up very well. In December, Christmas of course. We had a lot of fun, and yeah, man, back to work, back to the grind now. It's New Year 2017.
Okay, New Year.
New Year, new me, new phone. Who this?
Okay, so as a British-born Nigerian, how was it like growing up in the UK?
It was interesting, man. I had the best of both worlds, and yeah, I'd say I had the best of both worlds. Living in a nice area, living in the hood, whatever, quote unquote hood, So I was able to experience two sides of the spectrum. I went to public school in Balham, that gave me like a good experience. Relating with ends. Yeah, the ends. So I had a good upbringing, man. Music was always in my household, hence why I'm doing music now. And yeah, man, my childhood definitely, helped me become the person I am today.
So speaking about music, what made you, how did you get into music production?
Okay, cool. Well, it all started when I was around 2 years old. When I was born here. Then when I was 3 months, I got moved back to Nigeria. I was living in the north in Kaduna. So I lived in Kaduna for like 4 years, up till I was 4 years old. And in the house in Kaduna, they used to always play like Michael Jackson. I still have like the tape, the Michael Jackson tape, Motown at 25. We used to watch all of those things. I used to mimic it like ever since I was a kid. So that definitely birthed like my love for music. Then fast forward to when I was around like 15 years old, 14, 15, I had a rap group in church. Yeah, I had a rap group in church, believe it or not. And we used to rap over mostly like Nas and Jay-Z beats.
Okay.
And so we used to basically make our own songs to like Nas and Jay-Z beats. And it got to a point where we were like, hold on a second, we're rapping over Nas and Jay-Z in church. Like, this is not right. And so obviously I took the initiative. I started learning production and I just forced myself to learn how to produce. And I was, writing most of the like choruses and producing a lot of the songs for the group, and that's how that hunger for production, started basically.
Okay, but for someone in the UK, you gained a lot of popularity working with A-list Nigerian artists. So how did that happen?
Well, it all started back in 2010. There's this girl from my uni who she's basically Davido's cousin. And she told me back in 2010, oh yeah, I've got this cousin of mine, he does music, he's really good, he's just like you, he produces and engineers his own stuff. I was just like, man, this small boy, I beg you, I don't have time. But when I listened to his music, I was blown away, and it sounded amazing, like from a young age. Like, he knew how to produce and mix and master his own songs from a young age, and I was so impressed. So obviously I gave it a chance, and we just built an amazing relationship. And I came out to Nigeria in 2011. 2011, and that was a big culture shock because I hadn't been back since.
For a while.
Yeah, since I left. Yeah, so that was a big culture shock. Number one, and number two. I chilled with Davido and his people for like 2 weeks, and he had like a studio right next to his dad's house. So his dad's house was there. We just walked down the road. The studio was there. So it was just, it was nice. And it was recording, and there was one day someone rolled through the gate, blasting like Rick Ross at ignorant levels. Okay. And I was thinking, who's this? We couldn't even, the person was so short, we couldn't really see. Yeah. Obviously, it was Wiz, hopped out the car, and obviously introduced himself. I'm Wizkid, blah, 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 blah. Little did I know, this guy already knew who I was, or he'd been watching me since.
For time.
Yeah, he'd been watching me. So, introduced himself, I played him like some beats, and he jumped on like 3 of my beats like that same day. And that's how me and Wiz's relationship started. And through Davido, I got to meet Wande Cole as well. Okay. And yeah, it was like, I guess the rest is history, because, you know, I met so many other people through like those two guys. So, yeah.
So let's get to the tea. You ended up getting signed to STARBOY.
Yeah.
And ended up leaving the label. Why is that?
To be honest, I wouldn't say I left. I'd say I went off to, I branched off, and I wanted to do something different and create a platform for myself. Okay. You know, before I did, I had a long conversation with Wiz. I had a long conversation with a lot of people. I sought wise counsel, a lot of wise counsel, and you know, I made my moves. I'm still STARBOY family. Like I'm like, before a lot of, like, you know, even before, you know, Easy was, you know, was making a STARBOY movie, called me, and, you know, we spoke. Leaving, okay, cool. So I wouldn't say I left STARBOY. I'm still, you know, I'm still STARBOY family. Me and Wiz still talk. You know, we was in a club together yesterday, turning up. Yeah, man. So that's still my family, like, for life, forever. That's my brother. I love Wiz. I love him. You know, I'm so proud of what he's doing right now. He's proud of me. But yeah, man, you know, I had to go out and do my own thing, and build. And literally, that's what everybody that was in STARBOY, the first era of STARBOY. Yeah, you know, everybody's doing the same thing. Like Legendary Beats, they're doing their own thing on the production end. You know, I'm doing my thing, and, you know, obviously Wiz is doing his thing internationally, and this was the whole vision from the beginning. I remember, like, me and Wiz, we sat down in 2012 and talked about everything that's happening now. That's crazy. Yeah, so, like, when we see each other, all we do is just laugh. Like, we just laugh. Because, yeah, it's just, like, it's, man, you don't, it's very hard to sit down with your guy and talk about something, or talk about a vision that both of you have, and see it actually come to life. Like, it's very rare, you know. So yeah, man, it's I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be, you know, connected with the STARBOY family. Like, one thing I always say is, there's no way you can enter that camp, or you can be affiliated with Wiz and not come out a beast. Like, and when I say a beast, I mean to be able to drop consistent hits back to back. Like, it rubs off, definitely rubs off. Like, once you know, as long as you're able to, like, you know, soak it up and yeah. Just grab it all. Yeah, man. I grabbed it well. I grabbed it well.
So, are you guys working on any music at the moment, or do you plan to work on any music in the future?
Yeah, man. You know, we definitely working on some stuff. You know, Wiz has got like a couple mixtapes he's dropping this year. He was supposed to drop one last year, but it didn't really happen. But yeah, he's dropping a couple this year. I'm definitely a part of some projects. He's got another very, very big song with Wande Cole coming soon. No, I'm just saying, very big song with Wande Cole that's coming this year that I produced, that's gonna scatter everywhere. So I'm just warning you guys.
So when we hear, we're like, oh, it's you.
When you hear it, just know I told you here first. But yeah, so he's got a lot of exciting stuff coming. I'm trying to get him on a couple stuff as well. You know, maybe some remixes, some original songs and stuff. I got a lot of stuff, you know. I've got another project I'm trying to drop this year as well. So, you know.
Are you gonna get one hint?
No. Nah, no hints, man. No hints.
Okay. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, you wait.
So, as a successful music producer. What made you want to become a recording artist?
Do you know what? I'd say every producer and every writer is an artist, you know, naturally.
Yeah, right.
You know, like most producers, when I say I'm not talking about beat makers, I'm talking about producers. Most producers actually know how to write and yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you're in the studio telling the artist how to sing this verse or sing this chorus or whatever, you're basically directing them. You're a vocal producer, so you have to be a good producer, you have to have those kind of skills. So I've always had those kind of skills, you know, from young. And obviously, like I said before, I had a rap group in church, so I already had some experience, even though it's not like what's happening now, but I had some experience. But yeah, it's definitely exciting. Yeah, it's exciting, and I'm just blessed, man. I don't even know what to say. I'm just thankful that I was able to make the transition smoothly. There's so many producers that come out, you know, and try to be artists, you know, but, you know, hey, man, I did a lot of praying, a lot of,
fasting.
Fasting. I almost blew. Hey, don't let me come and be that guy that dulled. I don't want to dull. So yeah, I've got a thing for winning. Like as Nigerians, we all have a thing for winning. Like it's a Nigerian thing. Do you understand? Yeah. Of course. So I'm thankful that, you know, it's worked and it's working.
Okay, so your EP.
Yes.
Did you expect it to do that well? Because it was absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much. You know what? I didn't expect anything. I said to myself, I wanted to make a body of work that wasn't going to be typical, like Afrobeat.
Same.
You know, yeah, I wanted to make a body of work, you know, that that would allow me to speak about like things that people could relate to in songs, you know, real subject matters.
Like real life stuff.
Yeah. People that, you know, stuff that people could relate to, because I felt like there was a gap for that in our industry. You know, there was a big gap. You know, everybody's making turn up music now. Okay, for example, think about, let's talk about Wiz, for example. You know, Wiz has been making all this ton of music, shutting down.
Definitely.
The day he made Ojo Elegba, a song that was dear to him, like, and I personally know how long it took him to write that song. And just to see what you know, it went on to do. I was just like, yo, man, I need to make something that, you know, I could relate to, you know, the guy next to me could relate to, the girl next to me could relate to, and include all of the influences, you know, that I grew up listening to. So whether it's R&B, hip hop, Afrofusion or whatever, just create like this whole cocktail of sounds, and that's what Last Days of Summer is about. It's about, you know, me reminiscing about past summers, previous summers, you know, experiences that I've had or whatever, and just putting them in song format.
So, what song do you think is the crowd's favorite at the moment?
Crowd favorite, I'd say "Let Me Know" is definitely the crowd favorite, because obviously it's about, you know, being in the friend zone. Everybody has been in the friend zone at some point in their life. Yeah, you know, everybody has been in, you know, some people don't get out of it, but everybody has been in the friend zone at some point in their life, and everybody could relate. So I wanted to have at least one song that every single person could relate to. And yeah, I think "Let Me Know" is definitely a, you know, fan favorite.
Okay, gonna put you on the spot now. So, are we getting any more videos from the EP or no?
Echo Miami is the next video I'm dropping.
Okay.
And I'm planning to shoot "Let Me Know" as well. You know, but I want to do "Let Me Know" properly. I want to shoot that properly. We're planning. We may shoot it in South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. We definitely want to shoot something in Africa. But yeah. So Echo Miami is dropping next. That's already shot. Then hopefully "Let Me Know" next.
Do we get a month? No.
Do we?
Do we get a month? Is dropping? No?
Echo Miami is dropping soon, very, very soon, within the next 2 weeks, hopefully.
Okay.
Let Me Know should drop soon. As soon as I shoot the video. As soon as I shoot Let Me Know, as soon as I get the final edit back, I'm dropping it the next day. Because I already know that song is going to enter.
Okay. You're really proud of that song?
No. Trust me, I'm proud.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, Nigerian artists at the moment, the new wave of Nigerian artists coming up, is there anyone that you're leaning towards, or is it like just
there's, man, listen, let me say something. There's a new sound right now, man. There's a new sound. Don't get left behind, though. Pangolo era has gone, though. The new wave is here. Odunsi.
Okay.
No, so Amadi. Tay. Sute. Look, I can't keep going on, but I'm watching everybody. And there's I call it I have a name. It's called, I have a name, Neo Nigeria.
Okay.
Neo Nigeria, Neo Africa. It's a new sound, it's a new wave, it's fresh. Everybody can digest it. Do you understand? You can be from Sweden, you can be from Pennsylvania, anywhere. Do you understand? You chop the music because it's worldwide. It has content. You know, these guys are making music that, you know, people can relate to. You know, and yeah, I feel like that's definitely the future of African music. Yeah, man, and yeah. I've already mentioned the name, Sha.
So, do you have any plan of moving back to Lagos, like permanently, do music, or no?
Yeah, at some point, you know, but for now, I feel like my calling is to take the sound from here and spread it across the world, you know. So I feel like my mission isn't completed yet. You know, I still have a lot of places to touch. You know, we have America, you know, we have Europe, we have Asia, we have so many places to touch. So I feel like my goal from the beginning has always been to create that gap, that bridge between Africa and the Western world, because obviously I grew up in the Western world, but I have roots in Africa, I understand the sound. So I definitely want to be that guy, and that's why a lot of people were drawn to me in the first place, like Wiz and Davido, because my sound was different, but it still had an African touch. So I definitely want to go and do a lot of writing for international acts, production and stuff like that. I feel like that's definitely the way that we're going to infiltrate, and there's one thing I say, like, we have to colonize the world with African sound. That's the goal.
That's the plan?
Yeah, colonize the world with the new wave of African sound.
Okay, but do you think living in the UK actually limits Afrobeat music or Afrobeat artists? The same opportunities to get?
I wouldn't say living in the UK limits, but it's all down to, you know, it's a personal thing. If you limit yourself, then you're limited. You know, I lived in the UK. I live in the UK. I wouldn't say I'm limited. You know, I'd say wherever you are, you need to get out of your comfort zone. Go out, travel, see the world. Go to Brazil. You know, go listen to some South American music, man, and go listen to some Latin music and get inspired and see the world, man. See different cultures and don't limit yourself. That's my whole thing. I when I got up, you know, in 2011 and decided to come to Nigeria, I was influenced by everybody I met, you know, out here. You know, 2011 I met Sheezy.
Okay.
We built a good relationship. I learned so much from him. 2013 I met Legendary Beats. We built a good relationship. I learned so much from them. I met so many people, and that's because I was able to get out of my comfort zone and learn. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a new year. What was your resolution this year?
My resolution for this year to colonize the world with African sound. Number one.
Number one?
I have so many resolutions, but yeah, just to try and help people more. You know, help, you know, up and coming people, try to be more of a giver, and to just become better musically. Come and collect your single, man. You can be the next year. Anybody can blow. Don't worry, you can blow. Come to the Berry, you can blow. I'll give you single.
It was so nice talking to you.
Thank you.
It was amazing.
Thank you.
Hopefully we get to talk to you later in the year to see.
Definitely, man. Hopefully all of those, my New Year's resolutions will come to pass. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.